Zambales is among the more easily accessible beach destinations from Manila. If a trip to Zambales is in your cards, I've got a hunch that this video found you to give you more of an idea for your day-to-day activities and budget for this trip. What's up, beach listers? This is Hannah from Philippine Beach List. Zambales is one of our team's fave beach destinations in the Philippines. Over the years, we've made multiple trips to different parts of Zambales like San Antonio, Liuliwa in San Felipe, San Narciso, and Subic. We'll need to make a few more trips to cover the whole province, but I don't think we can wait till then to share this Zambales itinerary and budget breakdown with you. For more than a decade, our team, together with our partners at The Poor Traveler, have been exploring the Philippines to list out the best that the country has to offer. Breathtaking sights, brag-worthy bites, and of course, beautiful beaches. But before we begin, please subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon beside it, and select all so you won't miss any of our informative travel videos. If you're watching this on Facebook, support us by following this page and sharing this video. Just a little reminder that we usually use a mix of new and old photos and videos. Updates will be in the works when our team makes a new visit. Alright, here's what a Zambales day trip would look like. While the first stop in Zambales is Pundaquit Beach, a bit of travel time and transfers are involved, especially if you're coming from Manila. We started our day at 5:30 a.m. I know it sounds a little early, but we actually recommend going even earlier if you're commuting since the bus trip takes around 4 to 5 hours from Manila. From Manila, Victory Liner can get you to Zambales via any of their terminals in Sampaloc, Cubao, Pasay, and Caloocan. We opted to ride the bus from Caloocan since this was the nearest bus terminal to both Mariah and I. We took a bus that terminates at Iba, but we told them that our drop-off will be at San Antonio. Our bus ticket cost 360 pesos. Since the bus ride is a bit long, we recommend either bringing snacks and a light breakfast on board or buying from the stalls in the terminal. While there are stopovers along the way, the time allotted for them isn't really enough for a full meal. At around 10 a.m., we finally made it to San Antonio. If this is your first time going to San Antonio, we recommend reminding the bus conductor of your stop. As soon as we got to San Antonio, we informed Ate Maria, our tour operator, that we were at the market. Since no markets are near the coves and islands, Ate Maria advised us to look for ready meals and snacks at the San Antonio Public Market. Afterwards, we rode a tricycle for 40 pesos per head to get to Pundaquit Beach. Pundaquit Beach is the main jump-off point for island hopping in San Antonio. There's not much to see here during the day, so it's mostly a docking point for the island hopping banqueros or boat operators. At this point, it's honestly more boat than shore. We started our tour at 11:30 a.m., which is honestly a bit late. This is why I recommend leaving Manila as early as possible so you can get a head start on your day. Before heading to the shore, we changed from our clothes on the bus to more appropriate beachwear. Then it was off to island hopping. We booked our island hopping tours with Ate Maria from Nagsasa Cove, Zambales on Facebook. In all honesty, you don't really need to hop between islands and coves if you don't feel like it. The beaches are stunning and some of them deserve an overnight stay each. For previous trips, we only go to 1 to 2 islands or coves per trip, but since we wanted to give you a fuller picture of San Antonio island hopping, we decided to stop at 4 coves and islands. So what did we love about Camara Island? It's a great island to start your tour because it's so easy to get from Pundaquit. And since it's the most photo-worthy of them all, it's a great spot to get those pictures in before the rugged waves of Zambales give you a makeover. The water is clear and the sand is white, but some areas of the island are a bit rocky, so it's best to bring aqua shoes if you plan on taking a dip. Much like most of the islands and coves near San Antonio, Camara Island is surrounded by a backdrop of mountains. The island itself is strewn with natural rock formations. Since you won't really find any facilities here, Camara Island best features on a day trip. Out of all the coves and islands we visited, Nagsasa Cove is my personal pick. It's beautiful and most importantly, it's quiet. It takes a good hour to get to Nagsasa compared to Anawangin, but it's well worth the journey if you ask me. I wish we could have stayed for the whole day and even overnight because they say Nagsasa is the best place to make camp for stargazers. But we actually just spent 30 minutes here. Don't expect the white sand of Camara Island here. Nagsasa and Anawangin Cove are known for their fine yet grayish ash from Mount Pinatubo's 1991 eruption. But don't be fooled, its ash and sand definitely doesn't take away from this quiet Zambales paradise. The water here is very shallow even in the afternoon when you expect high tide to hit. At this point, I was already quite far from the shore, and yet the water was still quite shallow. At 2 p.m., a sandbar of sorts was still visible, which made for the best photos. After Nagsasa, we were off to Talisayen for a late lunch by the beach. At around 2:30 p.m., we arrived at Talisayen Cove. Lesser known than Nagsasa and Anawangin, Talisayen takes more after Nagsasa Cove. Quiet and unassuming, this is the perfect stop if you're looking for an escape from busy city life. Like Nagsasa, overnight stays are also possible on the smaller cove, but we opted for a quick lunch stop instead. After Talisayen, we were off to Anawangin for the last leg of our island hopping adventure. If you've only heard of one beach destination in Zambales, Anawangin Cove is probably it. Famous for its crescent-shaped beach, Anawangin is the life of the party. With considerably more activity than the rest of the coves, ending our trip at Anawangin was a great touch. It's great for families and friend groups looking for a bit more excitement because Anawangin has almost perfected the beach resort experience. For 130 pesos, we were able to get access to Destinary Beach Resort, the resident beach resort in Anawangin. Aside from water activities along the shore, Anawangin Cove has a viewpoint with a cemented walkway. It gives you a perfect bird's eye view of the cove's crescent shore as well as the sprawling mountains hugging the cove's coast from behind. If you need more in-depth information about both Anawangin Cove and Nagsasa Cove, feel free to check out the travel guides we made for each. We'll put the links in the description. Right as the sunset was nearing, we made a split-second decision to just catch it on Pundaquit Beach since the sunset was a bit hidden to the right of the horizon at Anawangin. Since Anawangin is only 20 minutes away from Pundaquit, we were able to catch the tail end of the sunset at Pundaquit Beach. While some would prefer to anticipate the sunset at Anawangin, I don't regret our split-second decision to hightail it from Anawangin to Pundaquit. As we got nearer and nearer to Pundaquit, the amber hues of the sunset danced across the mountains of Zambales. One of my favorite sights that day was seeing the rays of the sunset peek through the silhouettes of the many boats docked near Pundaquit's shore. After ending our island hopping tour, we honestly could have just stayed at the resort along Pundaquit. We also could have just grabbed a bus bound for home, but we opted instead to catch a bus to San Narciso after freshening up. Upon arriving at the town proper, we then took a tricycle to Crystal Beach Resort, an oldie but goodie in the Zambales resort scene. We made a reservation with them, and to make it easier for you in case you want to stay here as well, we've put the link to their AGODA in the description. To enjoy the beach in comfort, we opted for a glamping tent for two. Compared to ordinary tents, glamping tents include a sleeping mat, pillows, a blanket, an electric fan, and an empty cooler. We opted to glamp instead of taking the basic tent since it was nice to have the convenience of a sleeping mat and yet still have a front row view of the ocean since the glamping tents are nearest to the shore. Crystal Beach has a wide array of accommodation options as well, and we'll try to cover most of them in an upcoming video. The resort has built its reputation for beach camping over the years and is a rising surfing destination among beaches in San Antonio and San Felipe. It deserves its own video, especially since we enjoyed our experience quite a bit. And that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified every time we share more travel tips and tricks with you. If you'd like to see more itineraries like this, do give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Make sure your notifications are turned on for instant updates whenever a new video is up. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are Philippine Beach List on all those platforms. You can also check out our blog, philippinebeaches.org. The Philippines has so many islands, it's honestly going to take a lifetime to visit each one. So that just means we better get counting. Again, this is Hannah. Join us next time as we check another destination off our Philippine Beach List. Bye!